Hey everyone, it's Allegra, and today I wanted to talk about restoring soul parts. And everybody has their different method, and this is the method that the Lord taught me. And I wanted to let you know that there'll be a short prayer to pray before you head into the process. I'm going to attach that to the full-length YouTube video. And so soul parts, as we know, they are soul fragments that are created through trauma. When a child goes through trauma, a piece of their soul splits off through disassociation. And that soul part is filled with all the trauma, all the pain, all the memories, and often the demons too. So I had a couple of soul parts, fragments, and you might too if you went through trauma in your childhood. And the process is that you want to speak to your soul. You want to woo them back. You have to locate them. And I call it a fishing expedition, like a search and rescue mission. And the reason why we haven't located many of our soul parts is we haven't looked for them. So when you look for them, you're going to find them because they want to talk. They want to interact with people because they have been locked away in dark places, maybe a cave, maybe a room, and they've been taken captive. And so this is how we go rescue them. So you would talk to your soul. You would simply say, soul, I speak to my soul. I ask that any soul parts, any fragments come forward and reveal themselves. And when you do that, you start wooing them to come forward. Often you'll see them like in a dark room. You'll see them locked in a cage, or you can see them in a like a prison, in a prison cell. So as soon as you locate them, you want to start talking to them and enticing them to come out of the darkness into the light and to interact with you. And what I do is I treat them all like I would a little child. You say, I love you so much. I've missed you. And won't you come into the light? And your main objective is to introduce them to Jesus. Because once you introduce them to Jesus, they're going to get healed and they're going to get restored back to the core personality. So I woo them and I tell them how much I love them and I invite them into the light. And I ask them if they'd like to meet Jesus. And you're going to hear them talk. I know this whole process sounds crazy, but trust me, it's very real. And they'll either say, no, I don't want to because they're in rebellion, and then you have to minister to them a little while longer, or they'll say yes, or they nod their head yes. And so you bring them into Jesus. You surrender them to Jesus. So you would, because the Lord Jesus, he's not going to do anything without your permission. And you have free will, and the soul part also has free will. They can make their own choices because everything God creates has its own free will. So what you want to do is to woo them into aligning their will with the will of the Father. So you invite them to meet Jesus, and as soon as they say yes, that's it, game over, because Jesus will come rushing in and he'll bring healing, he'll bring restoration. And what I often do is I ask Jesus to heal them and to set them free. And then I also say, Lord, I ask that when this soul part is all healed, that you restore it back to the core personality. And we've seen that with the people I minister to. Often when we tell the soul part that we love it, and the core personality says, I love you and I want you to come back, often the little soul part will come running to the core personality, and it will like melt in to the core person. So, I mean, just expect the unexpected because it's really an exciting fishing trip. You never know what you're going to find. And, but as long as you bring Jesus into the equation, it's going to go amazing and you're going to get your soul restored. And you can certainly reach out to me on Facebook Messenger if you have any more questions. Okay, God bless you. Have a great day. I'll see you in my next video.